Hello, everybody, and welcome in on this wonderful Wednesday morning. We hope your day is off to a great start. Brooks Baptiste here, checking in from the First Alert Desk. Got to get you caught up on some of the stories that are making headlines right now. It's actually been a busy morning. A lot of things that we've been staying on top of here in the Metro Atlanta area. Just before I get into those top stories, do want to give you a heads up that we are in for a nice stretch of weather. So don't worry if you're still seeing some of the gloom out there. It shall get out of the way in just a bit. And we'll have an update from our team of meteorologists in just about 20 minutes in weather where you are. But this first story being out of Southeast Atlanta, where Dobbs Elementary School had to be evacuated. I want to give you an idea of how that scene looked this morning when we first learned of this. Asia Wilson is there on the scene for us still right now, gathering some details regarding what exactly happened here in this situation. And we can tell you that, let's see if I'm able to get this correctly. All right, well, we can tell you that it's still waiting for that all clear after that carbon monoxide alarm went off inside the building. So here's a look. You can see several parents were out there, a lot of staff, a lot of students, even some of those parents picking up their kids. School officials say they evacuated the building out of an abundance of caution, and Atlanta Fire and Rescue is continuing to investigate. We actually spoke to one of the parents at the school, and she says she wants some answers, and she wants them soon.
Had to come back around because, there was so much traffic once I dropped them off, and I seen all the fire trucks and stuff. So I said, let me go back and see what's going on. And that's when they told me. So now I'm trying to get down here and get them, see if they're going to release them. I'm sad. I don't know what's going on. I'm sad this one. I don't know. It's scary. Had to come back around because, there was so much traffic once I dropped them off. And I seen all the fire trucks and stuff. So I said, let me go back and see what's going on. And that's when they told me. So now I'm trying to get down here and get them, see if they're going to release them. I'm sad. I don't know what's going on. I'm sad this one. I don't know. It's scary.
So, of course, we're going to be watching this story closely. Asia Wilson will have an update for us at noon. Another story that we're watching right now is out of Midtown this morning. Take a look at this video that just gives you an idea of what we had been seeing throughout the morning regarding two protesters that were tethered to construction equipment in Midtown Atlanta. When you look at this, you're probably saying to yourself, wait a minute, or you hear this story, I should say, you may be asking yourself, haven't we been through this before? Didn't it seem like we were just dealing with some of this? Well, that is correct. This all happening in Midtown on 11th Street and Bellingrave Avenue, but activists tell us that they scaled a crane to demand contractors cut ties with the Atlanta Public Training Center. Now, that's been a major topic for quite some time. They call it a controversial center because obviously you've got the city officials in support of this, but there are a lot of protesters who say they're not happy about it and say that they feel like that money could be used to go elsewhere. Some even saying that they feel like there's no sense in doing some of the training that maybe this training facility would allow. But again, still from what we know, another person is tethered to that construction equipment, and those fire crews have been working by getting up high off the ground with them. We're told some 250 feet in the air is how high that crane is, and that is where, again, one person had been removed, but another person still remains. So we'll be watching that closely, and Don Shipman should have an update for us on Atlanta News First at noon. New this morning, we can tell you about a story out of Cobb County that actually is going to impact a lot of people, but maybe not so fast. This regarding the water bill, and if you could see an increase in your water bill, well, we can tell you that there's no new storm water fee for all of you Cobb County residents, so probably happy to hear about that. They decided to vote, or I should say decided to table a vote on adding a stormwater utility fee to your water bill. So that decision coming early this morning, truly in the wee hours of the morning, after a commissioners meeting that lasted for more than 7 hours. Now I'll tell you this meeting got underway at 7 o'clock last night. Didn't get out until about 1 o'clock this morning. Dozens of people, as you can imagine, very passionate about this, speaking up about their concerns, asking some questions regarding how this fee is going to work. Well, officials now taking a little bit of time to get some answers to all of those questions, and we have learned that they're planning to revisit a possible vote sometime in August. So, egg prices. We can't forget about it. When's the last time you've been to the grocery store? Have you realized how expensive eggs are right now. Obviously, we've got Easter rolling ahead on us. That'll be here in just a couple of days. Well, the egg prices are at near record highs in many parts of the world. The causes include the avian flu, you've got the higher feed costs for farmers, and there's just a growing demand right now. The average price of a dozen eggs last month in the U.S., get this, was about $3. In February of 2021, the price was around $1.60. That's just to put things into perspective for you. But apparently, despite the egg prices and despite how expensive everything else is right now, people aren't concerned about that because new research shows that Easter spending is set to top $22 billion this year. Consumer spending should top $22 billion according to the National Retail Federation. So that total there is expected to be spent this year. People celebrating are predicted to spend an average of about $177. And that could be everything from the Easter eggs to Easter candy, Easter baskets, maybe even Easter clothing. If people still get decked out for Easter clothing and whatnot on Sunday morning, that is still a thing. Or at least it is in my household. I don't know about you. But thanks for spending some time with us here on the First Alert desk. We do have a check of your forecast coming up at about 11:30, so in just about 15 minutes or so, with First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey, who's going to be timing out when we'll really start to see that sunshine. But boy, oh boy, when I tell you we are in for a treat today, and this is just the beginning. No First Alert weather days in the next week. That's something to get excited about. So that means we're in for a very nice stretch of weather, and you're definitely going to want to be outside if you can. But in the meantime, remember the news always continues on AtlantaNewsFirst.com and the free Atlanta News First app. We'll also have an update to all of those stories and live reports with Atlanta News First Don Shipman, Asia Wilson, even Rebecca Schramm on Atlanta News First at noon. Make it a great one. Enjoy the day. We'll see you back here at 11:30.